When you hear $5,000 per month as a photographer, what do you immediately think of that needs to be done to achieve that? Realistically, a lot more easier than some would think. Whenever you break it down step by step and kind of look at it as parts, it makes it a little bit more easier and not so complicated. Now, $5,000 a month probably isn't a lot for some people, but others that are like stay at home moms or women that want to leave their lower paying 9 to 5s but feel like they're stuck in a trap of going to work every day to be able to send their kids to daycare, $5,000 a month can be life changing. And it was life changing for our family. I knew exactly how much I needed to make to be able to leave my 9 to 5 and be able to become a full time photographer. And once I broke that down and came up with a system that I was able to repeat every client, it became so much easier and I was able to leave a lot faster than I ever thought I was able, like, that I could. $5,000 a month doesn't also require you to be able to be booked out with all these extra clients and just overbooking yourself. There are ways to make it work with charging clients more and working less and still making that income to support your family and having time with your family as well. So, $5,000 a month can also come from sessions. It can also come from if you do weddings, it can come from weddings. It can come from products that you send to clients that they purchase from you, like albums or print packages. It can come from mini sessions, having upsells in those mini sessions, only letting them purchase so many pictures and then offering the rest of their gallery on top of the mini. There are so many ways to use your camera to earn money. Making an income that I'm proud of for me looks like being able to take my kids to do things that I was never able to do before because we have the extra money. Now that I'm staying home and my kids aren't in a daycare and my kids are home with me or they're going to school, preschool, kindergarten soon. So for me, it was being able to pay the bills still and stay home. And on top of that, take them to do extra things that I wouldn't have been able to afford or been able to do prior to. Now, I'm not saying that I make hundreds of thousands of dollars a year from photography. Am I saying that it is possible? Absolutely. I think you can. There is no limit whenever you have a camera. There is so much more that you can do and earn. Um, I am not saying that it's not doable to make over $100,000 a year with photography. It's absolutely doable. There's lots of photographers that actually do this. For me, I like the transparency and honesty. I am not at 100K a year yet. I am about 89 last year to probably around 90 to 95 this year. Um, but like I said, to me, the important thing isn't give me more and more and more. The important thing is being able to have that time with my family and have the extra money and freedom to go and buy them things that I want them or that they want to have or that things that I want to have, be able to purchase that without thinking twice about it, be able to take them on certain trips or take them to a splash park if we want to one day, take them to the trampoline park on a Monday if I wanted to. Those are really what get me excited about being able to do this business full time. And the first thing I had to get right in my brain to allow me to charge more is that it is okay for you to want to earn more money from your business. This isn't just something that is like a hobby that you do on the side. This is how you make your income for your family. And it is okay to want more for yourself, for them, and for everybody involved. That is one mind shift block that I had to get over, was because you feel like you're being greedy or like you're taking more and more and more. But whenever you make more, you are able to do more for your clients. You're able to give them a better experience. You're able to have better options for them for a client closet. You're able to do more things for them, give them more gifts, bring them a coffee in the morning during their session. Things that you aren't able to do whenever you're charging so little. Um, Whenever you're charging more, you're also able to give them a better experience. So it's not just for you to make more money, it is to be able to give them a better experience of your business as well. Whenever you charge more, you can do more. And everybody always asks, how do I know what to charge? And really, you have to break it down for your life and business, how much it costs you to run your business with your subscriptions, and how much you want to make, how much you need to pay the IRS. I don't give too much information about how to run your financials. That is all on you, but it is important to pay the IRS and to do your taxes. So you have to make sure you have all that money set aside, and what your goals are, how much you want to work each week, if you want to do one session each week, how long it takes you to edit, how long you're going to have time to edit each day. Realistically, I can only take on 1 to 2 sessions a week. So that is how I knew how to break down my pricing for how much I want to make each month as well. So you kind of have to put all that into perspective of what you're going to be able to realistically do each week and how much you'll have to charge each client if you only can take on so many a week. You don't really want to become the photographer that needs 20 to 25 sessions each month to survive. And whenever you're charging $300 a session, that is really what you're going to be calculating. So we really want to break that down. That's not going to be sustainable, and it's not going to be doable long term, because editing newborn pictures takes a long time, and doing 20 sessions in a month, that is so much that you're going to have to spend on marketing to those people and just everything else. So break it all down to how many sessions you are able to actually do, because you have to take into account for editing and things like that too on your computer. Your business needs to support your life. So my first year doing this full time, which I was already in business prior to this, but I was working my 9 to 5 Monday to Friday, and then I was photographing Friday, Saturday, and Sundays, literally working nonstop 7 days a week for like 5 to 7 years. So your business needs to support your life, and I'm not saying that photographers shouldn't chase as much income as they can. That is on you, whatever you want to do. My perspective is, if I can make the money that I need and want to make and still be able to do all the fun things with my kids and do this full time, then that is where I will be. So my first year doing this full time, I did make $89,000, but the $89,000 isn't the point. The point is that you built an income that you were proud of without building a business that consumed everything, without having to do 20 sessions a month, without having to do, all these crazy things, and still have your time and freedom. I also had newborn sessions that I would only do on Mondays, only would do on Tuesdays. I'm not spreading them out throughout the entire week. I have one day where I am shooting, and then I have 1 or 2 days where I am editing those galleries. So marketing your business to those clients that are willing to pay that more higher price, so you can make your $5,000 a month and only work 1 to 2 sessions a week. So you have to be constantly marketing, and marketing is a very broad bubble, because people think of marketing and they only think of 1 or 2 things, but realistically, marketing is getting your name out there in as many places and avenues as you can. So in person, in your community, on your website, in SEO, blogging, doing your social media and your content, collaborating with other local businesses or other photographers in your area, getting signs up in your local grocery stores or other places that are relative to what you do for photography. All those things together, accumulatively, are all marketing avenues, and you should be pursuing them all at the same time. And this is why I say it doesn't happen like overnight. It does take time to build up and snowball, but once it does and things start going, as long as you're maintaining that, then inquiries should still be coming in. People can't book you if they don't know who you are. So your first goal is to get your name out there as many places as you can. Running meta ads are great because it's all really based on AI, and it's super easy to set up in the business suite. And once you start running them, the AI starts to learn who your audience is, and then it just gets a little bit easier after that. And I do recommend starting at like $5 a day and not starting out giving it too much money, because you're going to waste your money trying to find your people first. Once you find your people and your ads start converting, that's whenever you start putting more money in. But all that's to say, people don't know who you are until you get your name out there, and that's what marketing is going to do for you. So it is a accumulation of everything and doing it consistently, which you always hear that online. Just post consistently, do it consistently, and things will change. And it's so same thing with like working out. If you're really big in working out or trying to do that, you also have to do that consistently too. And the output you're doing, like the quality, doesn't always matter as long as you're continuing to do the same thing over and over. That is where it's going to start working. And it just takes a long time to build up. But I promise you, if you do a blog post a week, a post a day, and you start marketing yourself in your local community, in 6 months, that will really start to build up and your business will absolutely change. I feel like photographers are sometimes a little bit scared to be in front of the camera because we're so used to being behind the camera. So get yourself out there, have your name somewhere so people connect your face to your name and your business, and not just a random business name that just posts static photos. They have no idea who you are. And how they can connect with you and stuff like that. You have to be able to put yourself out there all the time. People know me before they ever book a session with me. They know me. And sometimes I will research them, like my clients, on Facebook, so I can try to learn what they look like. But if I don't have time, if I'm meeting them somewhere where like I know it's going to be crowded, they always find me before I find them because they know what I look like. My face is everywhere on my website, on my social media. They can always point me out quicker than I can point them out. And that should be that's how it should be. The biggest mistake photographers make is they get really excited, they get amped up, they post for 3 days in a row, they do so good, they post their pictures, they're not posting any reels yet, but they post their pictures, and then they take a couple days off, and then they realize their life gets busy, and then they don't post again for another 2 weeks, and they're not checking their website, they're not updating their photos. So it's so beneficial to come up with a system of what you're going to do every week, especially whenever you're still working a 9 to 5, because you need your business to be consistent for it to be able to grow. I'm not saying you have to post a reel every single day. Is it beneficial? Yes, of course. You can still have a couple days where you're just posting carousels of photos. Have your blog posts ready for that week. And there's ways to get SEO going for your blog more than just posting your pretty galleries and explaining a story of what happened during the session. There are ways to set up your blog to be a little bit better and a little more SEO friendly, and I will explain that more in my challenge that I am doing. If I had to build a $5,000 per month photography business starting from scratch today with absolutely nothing, these are the handful of things that I would consistently do time and time again to help my business grow. Make sure my pricing is on point for what I need to make and what I want to work. That also comes with your work has to be up to par with that pricing as well. You cannot be charging these higher end prices if work does not align. So before you even get there, we have to make sure that your work is on par with what you want to charge and what you need and want to make. And having the mindset shifts that it is okay to make some money from something that you love and enjoy doing. It is okay to do that as your full-time job, and it is okay to want more for your life and for your family. My marketing, website, and blogging. I would consistently be putting my name out there. I would consistently be updating my website, and I would consistently be blogging my sessions. And then the last couple things are content and social media. I would consistently be getting content from my business, and I would consistently be posting to social media. For me, it's every single day. Sometimes I miss a Sunday or Saturday because those are my busier days with my kids and my work. But posting as much as I can every single day, consistently, week after week. Those, let me see, those were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Those 7 things, doing that consistently week after week, I promise you in 6 months, your business will be totally changed and your life will look totally different. If you're a photographer that wants to learn how to build that exact business that we just talked about, that is exactly what we're going to be doing inside my 3-day live challenge. It is August 25th through the 27th, and it all starts at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. There will be replays available. If you purchase a seat or a ticket, you will get a link to all the replays, and they will be posted later that same day as they go live. So I don't know if I'm ever gonna do this again. I want to keep the room really small, so then we can maybe do a Q&A at the end of each day where everybody can ask a question about the information that we talked about that day. But I really want to keep it really small, and I've coached lots of photographers this year one-on-one, but I really just want to reach more people because doing this is so simple and easy, but it does take a lot of work and a lot of consistency. But if you continue to do that and surround yourself with people that also want to do that, and just keep yourself motivated and doing the things every week, it will change your life and change your business. I am going to put the link below for the 3-day live challenge if you want to join. The doors for it close August 21st, but like I said, the challenge runs the 25th through the 27th, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you can't make a certain day or you miss part of the live, there will be replays, and you get all the links whenever you purchase your seat and ticket. So all in all, you don't need $10,000 months to prove that you are successful in your photography business. You just need an income and a business that you can be proud of and walk away knowing that you put in your all every month and it all works out and it's all perfect. And you are happy and you are able to spend more time with your loved ones, with yourself, whether you're a mom or you're not. I just want this so bad for you, and I am so excited you are here, and hopefully I see you in the challenge, and I'll talk to you guys later.